BARRET রেজিস্টার্ড আইনি প্রতিষ্ঠান। আমরা সুপ্রিম কোর্ট, হাইকোর্ট, জেলা কোর্ট, ক্রেতা সুরক্ষা আদালত প্রভৃতি কোর্টে যে কোনো আইনি সমস্যায় আপনাদের পাশে সর্বদা। BARRET ল ফার্মের তরফ থেকে আজকে এই ভিডিওটা 6 নম্বর পর্ব দেখানো হচ্ছে ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল বিল্ডিং প্ল্যান সম্পর্কে। ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল বিল্ডিং প্ল্যান, West Bengal Municipal Building Rule 2007. Demolition of unauthorized construction. The Board of Councillor may order for demolition or alteration of any building if it is satisfied that the erection of any building has commenced without obtaining the sanction or permission under the law, or is being carried on or has been completed otherwise than in accordance with the particular on which such sanction or permission or order is based, or after such sanction or permission has been lawfully withdrawn or is being carried on or has been completed in breach of any provision of the Act or this rule, or of any condition, modification, direction or requisition lawfully given or made under the Act or under these rules, if any material alteration or addition to any building has been commenced or is being carried on or has been completed in breach of any provision of the Act or this rule, or if any alteration required by any notice issued under these rules have not been duly made, the Board of Councillor may make an order directing that such erection, alteration or addition as the case may be, or so much thereof as has been executed unlawfully, or if any structure specified in the application or plan or specification as a structure to be demolished or altered before the erection of the new building has not been demolished or altered, or if any material alteration or addition have been made, such alteration or addition shall be demolished by the owner thereof or altered by him to the satisfaction of the competent authority as the case may require, or be demolished or altered by the competent authority at the expense of the said owner. All demolished material shall be removed by the municipality at the cost of the owner or to the satisfaction of the municipality within the maximum period of 30 days from the date of the demolition. Provided that prior to carrying out any demolition of any building or part thereof as described in the notice, the owner of the building shall be given a notice stipulating therein the date and time to the appear himself or through his authorized representative before the Board of Councillor, who will hear the circumstances under which such demolition unauthorized construction work has been carried out, and after hearing record the order of the Board of Council, and the said order shall be communicated to the owner officially. Completion of work within 1 month after the completion of the erection of a building of the execution of any work, the owner of the building shall submit a notice to the completion in Form G as recorded under section 212 of the Act. In case of deviation as stated in clause A of sub rule 2 of rule 31, the notice shall be accompanied by 3 states of building plan marked completion plan with all revision and modification including those referred to in sub rule 2 of rule 31. The plan shall be duly signed by the applicant and the concerned technical person specified in rule 15, provided that for a residential building or educational building in any municipal area except in the Salt Lake Township not exceeding 8 meter in height or on a plot 200 square meter in area, application of this rule may not be insisted upon, but the owner will have to intimate in writing to the municipality about the completion of such building. Note: the notice shall be accompanied by a structural safety certificate duly signed by the architect or licensed building surveyor and or impaneled structural engineer as the case may be, and whenever applicable shall be accompanied by in the case of a building having more than 3 separate and independent residential unit or apartment, and all building other than residential building, a certificate from the technical person employed as per the rule 15 that insists inside house drainage and water supply network have been completed in the satisfaction of the municipal authority. Fire safety certificate if applicable under the West Bengal Fire Service Act 1950 and the rule made thereunder in the of building referred to in clause a certificate from the electricity supply undertaking regarding provision to its satisfaction of transformer substation and necessary power supply as required, a certificate pertaining to the lift's installation if any, such other certificate or documents or declaration as are necessary under any law for the timing in force or as the municipal authority may from time to time specify in this behalf. Occupancy certificate within 15 days or receipt of the notice of the completion of building or work, the board of council or the authorized representative in this behalf shall inspect the building or work and shall satisfy itself or himself that the erection of the building or the execution of the work has been done in accordance with the sanctioned plan. Within 15 days from the inspection, the board of council shall, if it is satisfied that the building or the work has been completed in accordance with the sanctioned plan, issue an occupancy certificate in Form H, provided that such certificate shall not be issued in the case of a building of any work within provision sanction was given unless the applicant produced before the chairman the license or permission required for sanction for construction of building, provided further that the occupancy certificate shall be issued only after all the extra market materials like sands, boulders, stone chips, cement, steel, bamboo, timber line on the public road have been removed by owner and the damages to public property if any has been made good by the owner with his own cost to the entire satisfaction of the board of councillor. After due verification, one set of the building plan shall be returned to the applicant with the endorsement of approved completion plan under the signature of the chairman or an officer authorized in this behalf. The board or councillor may, upon a written request from an applicant and on his furnishing an indemnity bond undertaking to indemnify the board of council against any risk, danger or damage to any person, whether an occupier or not, and on his giving an undertaking to ensure in such manner as the board of councillor may specify public safety, issue a partial occupancy certificate subject to the provision of sub rule 1 and the provision to sub rule 2. Provided that no partial occupancy certificate shall be issued unless the board of councillor is satisfied that the portion for which such partial occupancy is solicited is in a habitable condition. Provided further that when the erection of the building of the execution of the work is completed within the period of the extended period provided for in the act, the applicant shall apply for conversion of the partial occupancy certificate or issue of an occupancy certificate, and such certificate may be issued in accordance with the provision of this rule. In a case where the occupancy certificate is refused, the board of council shall communicate the reasons in writing to the applicant within 30 days from the date of receipt of this notice of completion of the work. In case where, in the opinion of the board of councillor, the building of the work has not been completed in accordance with the sanction plan, it may take necessary action in accordance with the provision of the act and this rule. 7. The board of councillors shall not permit connection to the made to municipal water mains and municipal drain, if any, from any new building in respect of which occupancy certificate has not been issued, provided that the board of councillor may order severance of such connection if it is of the opinion that the condition of the partial occupancy certificate are being violated, or if further erection of the building or execution of the work is proceeding contrary to the sanction plan. The board of council shall not permit connection to be made to municipal water mains, if any, from any new building in respect of the which water connection fee, as may be specified in the board of councillor under the relevant rules, has not been paid in advance. Tolerance limit for architectural measurement before after finishing work on The outer face of the wall at the ground floor level shall be 50 mm. এই ভিডিওটা 7 নম্বর পর্ব, মানে নেক্সট পার্ট হবে 7 নম্বর, সেটাও দেখার জন্য অনুরোধ করা হচ্ছে। থ্যাংকিং ইউ অল। লবেটের তরফ থেকে এই ভিডিওটা দেখার জন্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। ভিডিওটা ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই লাইক করবেন, সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন চ্যানেলটা এবং শেয়ার করবেন, যাতে করে অন্যান্য দেখে